I want to welcome everybody. It's episode 3, Coach Quil podcast. We got a special guest today, nice Sean Hyland. Busy
Yes,
Bones.
sir.
What's up, my guy?
What's up, my boy?
How you been, man?
I've been good, man. Chilling, maintaining. That's all.
That's good. That's good. So let's jump right into it, man. Where first of all, the clear the record straight. Let's let everybody know where the name Busy Bones came from. Where'd you get that from?
Uh, I would say the busy part came from me just always getting busy on the court, like just
Right.
milking people,
Right.
honestly. And the bones part came from just me being skinny. And
Right.
it my little bro, my little bro, I mean, he made up the name Busy.
Right.
And she was like my best friend at the time. Her name Chicken. She
Uh,
made up Bones, and they just put two and two together, and it's just been Busy Bones. I'm like, yo, that's hot. I just
yeah.
ran with it, and that just been my name ever since.
Yeah, that definitely clicked. That definitely clicked. Now, when I
Definitely.
when I first met you, everybody called you Carolina. So talk about
Oh
that name.
yeah.
Talk about that name and where'd you get that name from and how that came
Uh,
about.
Carolina came from me. Not a lot of people know this, but I'm actually like born from North Carolina, but I was raised in Wilmington, Delaware. But like my OG, his name's Spoons. He
Mhm.
came up with the name Carolina, and he just always called me Carolina, and that's actually one of my favorite nicknames. But not everybody can call me that though, because they just
Right.
it wasn't around for that type of name.
Right,
It
right,
wasn't
right.
around,
Right,
so
right.
that's where it came from, honestly. But Carolina definitely a special name that not a lot of people know about.
Now speaking of when you first started, what age did you like start really playing basketball and and what age did you start like taking basketball serious? Like I want to really do this.
Uh, I would say around two, my brother put the ball in my hands, or my mom, one
Mm,
of them. All I know is I was at the court with them too.
right.
Boom. After that, I would say about fourth grade, fourth or fifth, I knew I had a talent, a special talent. But before I picked up a basketball, though, I played football, and
Mm,
football was like my number one passion, though.
right.
But I ain't really like that hitting because I would get mad a lot and I would like want to fight. So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stop playing football. And I picked up the basketball around like fifth grade,
Mhm.
and ever since then, I would say like I knew I had a natural talent, like a God given natural talent, and I could see like my competitive drive for the game and
Right.
everything. It's just been like, yeah, this is it for me.
Right. What position did you play in football?
I play quarterback. That's how I
You
made the
play
passing
quarterback.
good.
Right. Right. Okay.
After
Okay.
them downs.
Right. Now, the first time I seen you play, I seen you. It was on accident. I seen you play at Thomas Edison. Talk about Thomas Edison and like who was on that team with you and like how good was y'all in middle school?
Yo, no lie, bro. They was like, yo, Coach Quil coming. I'm like, who that? And they had showed me. I'm like, yo, they like he trained people. Da, da. I'm like, yo, that's tough. You feel me? I think you came there to see Kayla. So I'm like,
Yup.
yo,
Yo, I
he
did.
here. You feel me? So I'm like, feel like, yeah, I don't really know him, but I'm like still gonna play my game. I'm gonna perform. You feel me? But I
Right.
mean, that game was lit though. I think we
Facts.
played shoe that game. I think that was the game it was at shoe. We
Facts.
played shoe that game. They cheated us, but that shit was lit though. I definitely was like, yeah, I was
Yo,
at them.
you and Kramer was like Shaq and Kobe. I remember that. I'm like, yo, what's going on? I was like, yo, this is a
Oh,
middle
that
school
is
team. I was like, yo, this is a
facts.
middle school team. Kramer dunking it every time. I'm like, yo, this is a little gym. I'm like, yo, these boys ready, yo. I ain't been in a middle school game in a
Dominating.
while.
I think that might have been eighth grade when he was banging like that. He started to dunk crazy.
Right now, where did you learn how to play basketball? Like, where did you start picking up your skills? I remember you had your commitment day at the center. So is that where you
Yeah.
like started taking basketball serious or?
Uh. I can't think back. That. I mean, yeah. I can say the center honestly because that's where my like my roots was at. The
Right,
roots. You feel me? Before I like like you feel me? Before the
right,
tree came. That's like the roots. So
right.
basically, yeah. I would say that's where I started basically playing basketball at.
Okay. So now after middle school, you decide to go to St. George's. Now
Mhm.
I know you lived on like the north side of Wilmington. So what made you go all the way from the north side of Wilmington to Middletown,
Yeah.
Delaware? Catch that. So I know it was an hour and a half ride every day to catch
But
the bus. So what
I'm
made you go to St. George's?
honestly, I wanted to go to Howard, but my
Mm,
mom was like, "Nah." I cried for like 3 days because I really wanted to go to Howard, and
wow.
all my friends was going there too. So my mom like, nah, you going to St. George's, you gonna make your own legacy out there. I'm like, Mom, I really want to go there. My friends is there, da da da. You feel me? This when Brandon and all them went there. You feel me?
Right.
So I'm like, I cried. I'm like, yo, like, why can't I go there? Boom. So she like, nah, I'm gonna send you out here so you're not always in the you feel me, the hood basically, because Howard is in the hood, so the east side.
Right.
So boom. So she like, now you're gonna go to St. George's. But as I went there, I didn't really like. I liked it my freshman year, but I had to get used to it. I was going away so far, like
Right.
from what I like from what I'm adapted to seeing every day. It's like out there, it's like more like a lot of trees, a lot of road, like in the
Right.
middle of nowhere, basically. So I had to get used to that, and that long bus ride, I had to get used to that too. Like me just want to get home so fast after school, I gotta wait a whole hour, 2 hours to get home. It's like I had to really get used to that. So I mean, my mom definitely picked the best option for me because I had a great career there.
Yeah. Now, did you ever have a conversation with Kramer like, yo, we need to go to the same high school together because y'all had so much chemistry in middle school? Or did you ever
Yeah,
have a
we did.
conversation with Meredith as well? Because I know you and Meredith best friends. Did y'all ever like, yo, we
Yeah,
might as well team up?
I mean, I would say like in middle school, me already had left the middle school that was there. We both was at the same middle school. We was in the same class and everything. He left.
Oh, he was
I
at
don't know why
Edison.
he
He was
left.
at Edison with
He
you.
went. He was in FA. We was in Edison together.
So it was you, Meredith, and Kramer at Edison.
Yes, but he really left because he cut. We got cut our fifth grade year from the basketball team.
Hold on,
You had to be in sixth
we gotta talk
grade.
about that. We gotta talk about that.
You had to be You had to be in sixth grade to
Oh,
play.
okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we not. It was the best in the gym, basically. I swear. He just
Oh, but
said you
they
got to
cut
be in
y'all
sixth
because y'all was
grade.
fifth graders. That's whack.
Yeah, but Jaquish Denby, he was the same grade. He was just taller than everybody, so they let him play. Man, merely we left the gym crying like, yo, ain't no way they just cut us from this team, yo. Seriously, but yeah,
Wow.
that shit's crazy. But nah,
That.
though, I would say like Meredith, and Creamer, we definitely did try to go to the same school. We tried to go to Mount Pleasant, the school that they went to. My
Mhm.
mom was like, nah, you're not going there. You're gonna make your own legacy at St. George. And she really stuck that word. And I'm like, yo, mom, I really want to go there. She like, nah. I'm like, Mom, I'm trying to get a chip too. Like,
Right.
everybody wants to see us three play together. You feel me? We're gonna pack the gyms out. She's like, nah, you're not going there. I'm
That
like, damn, that's crazy.
that would have been
That hurt.
legendary. You, Meredith, and Kramer at St. George's. That I mean at Mount Pleasant. That would have been a legendary trio.
That would have been
Um,
crazy.
that would I don't even like y'all would have been right there every year. Now your
Mm-hmm.
freshman year at St. George's, you was kind of like the sixth man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You was the sixth man, but you had a lot of veterans on the team. You had uh Mar, who was a senior, who was
Yep.
top in the state. You
Mm-hmm.
had Kyson, who was a junior, top junior. You know what
Yep.
I mean? You had I think you had Big Vince,
Yep. Big Ben. We
Sonny,
had Sonny, and we had
uh
Paul Brown.
Paul Brown. He hooped that
Yeah.
year. So talk about that team. What was your freshman year like? And like what did you learn playing with them
Uh, I
upperclassmen?
would say I would say the first time I came in there and the first like open gym we had,
Mm,
I definitely held my ground and I made a statement for myself to show that I was able to play with them. And
mm,
that open gym, they like that I opened their eyes like, yo, he really can hoop. Like
yeah,
he even though he like strong and he really little, but he can really hoop. I really opened their eyes that day and it was definitely like a veteran squad, and I love playing with them. Like they made the game so easy, and the way Lamar Hammer, the way he drove, how much attention he gained when he drove, and when he was just on the court, he would
right,
just kick it to me. I was in the corner, it was a knockdown every time,
right,
and I love playing with that group because it's like you learn so much from them, and it's like it's not like I was the best player on the team. It's like I'm actually learning stuff from older people who was better than me at the time. So it's like,
right.
yeah, I definitely like taking this stuff in, and I needed this.
Right
So
now,
it was a big learning experience for me.
yeah, so and I believe that season y'all got a big win on the road at Dover when they had Jordan
Yeah,
Allen and they was all
yeah,
hyped up. And then I think you posted a video not too long ago. Rod was dancing in the locker
yeah.
room. Talk about that game. Like what happened that game?
Yo, so going into that game, that was like the biggest game in the state.
Right,
Everybody was hyping it up, da da da. Everybody drove down there to see that game.
right,
And I'm just like, yo, this is about to be so packed. Like I gotta be able to like perform and make a name for myself. And
Right.
even though I'm gonna be out there on the floor, that's a big step for me as a freshman. Anyway, so boom, we out there and all you hear is like loud noises, like rumbling noise, like it's just
Right.
crazy in there. And I'm
Right.
like, yo, like I'm really out here like, as a freshman. Boom. So I'm out there on the floor and Lamar just cooking, yo, like he just
Facts.
flaming. And I'm like, yo, he really nice.
Fake. He was fake.
Boom. So nah, seriously. And then I hit a big three in the beginning. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely getting my feet wet. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And I will never forget at the end, I was in the game to try to get a stop, game winning stop. I was in that game. And I'm like, yeah, Coach Rod definitely believes in me. But that Dover team was a great team that year. I wouldn't
Facts.
even lie. They was a championship
Facts.
team.
Facts. Now speaking of championship, y'all make it all the way to the championship game. I
Mm-hmm.
remember they, for some reason, Mar was ruled ineligible for the second, like the last part of the season. So
Yep.
it was like somebody had to step up, and y'all make it all the way to the
Yeah.
championship game. Y'all down like at least 11, 12, and you hit like three
Yeah.
straight threes, and you brought them
Yep.
back.
Yeah.
So
Yo,
talk
that was
about that game.
big. I would say in that game, that's when I really like I was scratching the surface. I would say like I really
Right.
put a lot of people on notice for that game because I stepped up in the championship game to taking the league by 1 point. I hit another three to take the lead by 1 point. We was up one, and
Fact.
they had boxing won me. And I never got boxing one ever.
Yeah.
I got boxing, but not like they was bigger than me. So definitely, I just scratched the surface that game, and Stan Waterman said to me like, "You ever since." But that definitely was a big game for me though. Three threes back to back to go up one, almost winning the championship down the stretch, and we couldn't
Yeah.
pull it out. But I mean, they had a good team as well.
Yeah, they did. They was led by, I think that's when they had Mikey Dixon, Big Jake, Kyle, all them.
Yep.
Now I'm not a fan of,
Yeah, they
what
had a good
ifs or
squad.
what ifs or others, but like, do you think y'all would have beat them if y'all had Mar?
I wouldn't even lie. We would probably blew them out. I wouldn't lie. They
Oh,
didn't have
okay.
nothing for Mar. They didn't
Right.
have nothing for him.
Right. Right.
He was like, bro, he was really
Yeah. And Mar
real,
was
bro.
he a nonchalant player. Like he'll get 20 and you don't even know he had 20. Like
Bro,
he
I ain't even going like you feel. I ain't going gas it, but he was the closest thing my eyes seen him playing like Mike J, bro. I swear, in practice and everything, the layups he did, the dunks, he could do everything, bro. I'm like,
Facts.
yo, this is crazy.
You know what?
Yo, and I'm
You're
not
not
even
the first
gassing,
person to
bro.
say that. Eric, I just had a interview with Eric Ayala. He said the same thing because he lost to Mar to Bob his freshman year
Yeah, bro.
when he dropped 40. So I gotta get Mar on the show. I gotta get Mar on the show. But
Seriously,
so
bro. He really yo.
so y'all lose in the championship game, but you overall had a good freshman year. Now that
Yeah.
summer going into your sophomore year,
Hmm.
well that off season, you had a tragic event. You lost a childhood friend, Brandon Ringo.
Yep.
How did that affect you, and how did that motivate you going forward with basketball?
I would say it definitely hurt my heart. I did want to like take away from basketball a little bit. I got that message while I was on the bus on the way home.
Mhm.
But I mean, after that year, I just like I had to make a change, make a difference for like my childhood, like how can I put it? My childhood experience and the people around me and the people that I grew up with. I wanted to make a change. Like this is not the only way that it is. Like the
Right.
violence the beef and all that. It's a different way. Like you can definitely like get your family way out another way. And I'm just trying to make an image for my friends and my peers and the younger youth. So I'm like,
Mm.
yeah, I gotta go harder and I gotta lock in the gym more. I gotta get away from the city a little bit more. I just gotta stay away from the city so I don't get like my
Right.
focus won't be on just that. I know my childhood friend he just died, but I don't need to get into that. I have something bigger that I have to achieve. I'm still rep his name forever, but I have something bigger to achieve.
Right now, that summer, was you still playing with Team Mello, or did you switch to We Are One going into your
Uh,
sophomore year?
I think I was playing with We Are One going to my
Okay,
sophomore year.
okay,
Yeah, I only played with Team Mello for this one tournament. They didn't play me, so I left.
okay. So talk
and they
about that.
regret that. And
What was it like playing with We Are One, switching from Team Mellow to We Are One?
switching from that, it was definitely like I didn't even want to play for Rare One because I was all my life I was playing with Baltimore teams. I played
Mhm.
with B More Finance for like my whole AU career, and I played with Team Mellow, so it was just all Baltimore teams. I'm like they
Right.
kept texting me like, "We need you to come over to Rare One. We want you to take care of you." Da, da, da. I'm like, nah, I don't like. I'm just used to the Baltimore. You feel me? And
Right.
that's who I grew up with playing ball. James Bishop, all of them. You feel me? So after that, Ron Martin came to me after the St. Andrews game. He was just talking to me about we are one, da da da. And I'm like, yeah, the team Mellow thing not working out, so I might as well try we are one. Boom, I came over. It was just like a family affair. After that, it's just like I had love for them and they had love for me and they just wanted the best for me. And
Right.
every time I needed them, they was right there, like no matter
Hmm.
what. So it was just like definitely it was a big step for me taking that step because I seen a lot of much more growth in my game.
Right. That's definitely a good look. That's not the first person that said that. Eric said that too. We Are One is definitely like a family oriented environment. It's bigger than
Yeah.
basketball with them. So that's definitely a
Mm-hmm.
great program. Now your sophomore year, like you came in St. George's and it was just pretty much you and Kyson. Like it was the you and Kyson
Yep.
show. It was I wouldn't even say Batman and Robin. It was like Batman and Superman. Like y'all just
Yeah.
doing y'all thing. You feel me?
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
so talk to me about your sophomore year and what changed in your game from going how was the difficulty from going from off the bench to a starter? Like
uh, I would say my sophomore year, I had like a little temper problem, but I put that toward the game a little bit, and I can say sophomore year I got my feet wet a little bit, but I was so like anxious to wanting to get it and wanted to like make an
yeah,
impact on a team that it was like not saying it was making me play bad, but it would like throw my thoughts off sometime and mess with my mental because I just wanted it so bad. But
hmm,
sophomore year, I definitely started seeing way more growth. I got like a little bit bigger, like taller.
right.
I was like able to get my shot off quicker, and I like that summer I like made big growth, and every summer I was making big growth. So that year definitely playing with Kyson was like one of the best years I would say because I feel as though we had a great 1-2 punch.
Yeah, that year was crazy. I remember I was still coaching at Glasgow at the time, and y'all beat us to go to the Bob, the play
Yeah.
Mount. And
Yeah, that
you
was
was
one of the
like,
hype
do
games.
you yo, that game was so packed. And I'm trying to tell LJ and Dewey, I'm like, yo, they're going to be ready. I'm like, yo, you gotta understand this is busy environment. He's going to be ready. You feel
Yeah,
me?
nah,
And do you remember what
seriously.
you said? Do you remember what you said when LJ fouled out towards the end of the game? Because LJ had a horrible game. I got
Yeah,
I already talked to him about it, but he had a horrible game. Do you remember what you told me? Because I was hot. I was hot. I was on the bench.
I ain't tell you what I say.
You was like, yo, I told you he wasn't ready. Wait,
I said that. I
yes,
did
bro.
say that. I
Yes, you
did.
came up to me on the bench, bro. I
Yo,
was hot, yo. I was
yo, I
hot. I was
said
so
that.
hot.
I swear I said that.
Yo,
They
I
thought
was
because I was
hot.
a sophomore and they was like older
Right.
than me that I wasn't gonna be ready.
Right. And you know, Dewey was like, I'm a guard Kyson, and LJ was like, I'm a guard Bones. I'm like, yo, Bones is going, this is his team. This is his team. He's going
Yeah.
for games like this. And
Yep.
LJ kept getting frustrated because he kept getting foul calls on him. He kept turning the ball over. And I'm like, yo, like that was his first playoff game, though, to his defense. But I'm like, yo, busy live for this shit. Man, they got them, yeah, 5 points, 5 fouls. Yo, I was hot. I was hot. But y'all go on to play the Bob, and then you play against your best friend and former teammate, and
Your
also your
connection was
man.
going out, bro.
Oh, my fault. My fault. Oh, you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so y'all advance past us at Glasgow, and y'all go to the Bob, and y'all play Mount with your former teammate, your best friend, and your man Nah.
Yeah.
So talk to me about that game.
Uh, so we in that game. Yo, the crazy part is though, everybody in that stands thought we was going to lose.
Facts,
Every single
facts.
person,
The city,
everyone,
the facts. The city wanted you to do good, but they was
yeah,
betting with Mount. They was definitely
Mountain
betting
with
with
Mount.
Mount.
That was crazy. A lot of people lost a lot of bread that game. But
Facts.
I would say, I would say that game was so crazy. I didn't know what to like. I couldn't even think right. That game was just so the way they were scoring in the first quarter was just so crazy. They was dunking every possession.
Yeah.
They was hitting threes. I'm like, yo, they up like 21 to like basically nothing to us. Like it was like
Right.
16-0. So we had to walk them down. And I would say like that game showed us how poised me and Kyson can be under pressure and how we can impact a game even when we're down. And
Mm-hmm.
that showed a lot of people that game, honestly.
Facts. Yeah, y'all definitely held y'all composure. I remember y'all was down at halftime because I think Kramer was at the top of the press and he got like two back to
To
back
play in an
steals.
environment yeah.
He got
Just
two
something you
back
want
to
to
back.
play in.
Yeah, so y'all came back
Oh, you talking
and
about Creamer?
yeah, he was at the top of the press and he
Yep,
got
yep,
two
definitely.
steals and he was banging.
Dunks, easy.
Cause y'all, this is how I remember that y'all warmed up with the B Wingo shirts. You, Nye,
Yep,
and Merity warmed up
yeah,
with the B Wingo shirts. That was a legendary game. So
definitely.
I know Brad was hyped because it was like, yo, it was like Brandon was there, even though he
Yep,
you feel me? So
he definitely was in that, and he helped us win.
yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
So y'all advance and then y'all play Smyrna and y'all end up losing to the eventual champions. Talk about that game because
Yeah,
y'all really could have won that game for real, for real. That's when they had the
bro, we
seven
could have
footer.
won that game.
That's when they had the 7 footer Ubi.
Ubi.
Yeah,
Yep,
Zuby.
that
Y'all could have
game.
beat them.
Yep, Zuby. That game. We had him on the ropes, but they like took off a little bit, and I didn't have that much help. Kyson didn't have a good game that game, and I was just the only one out there really performing. But I don't know. It's just like I didn't. I didn't really. We didn't come together as a team that game. It was
Right.
just like we was just out there. But I played my tail off though. I left everything I got like in the tank out there. I left everything out there,
Yeah.
and it ain't really too much to speak on for that game because it was just like it just happened.
Talk about like Kyson and how he like what the impact he had on St. George's and how he helped you
Hmm.
develop your game because he left a stamp
Yeah.
on St. George's forever. I feel like
Uh, I would say like he definitely left a big stamp for me coming in to the 3 years I played with him. I think or the 2 year. Nah, 2 years.
yeah, 2 years.
Nah, I played with him 3 years.
You played with him
But
till your freshman and sophomore.
oh yeah, 2 years. Yeah, I mean, he definitely left a big stamp because I would say my sophomore year, and his senior year, he was definitely like dominant. And whenever we needed a bucket, he like it was just like give it to him. He gonna go get it. And I was just like, yo, he scores so easily at the rim. Like how he
Mm-hmm.
doing it? And he had like he definitely like, his body tone was just different from everybody else's in that year. And just like the way he just made it look so easily, it was just like, yeah, that's definitely something to look forward to.
And the thing I liked about y'all is like, you know how sometimes when a senior can sometimes hate on the underclassmen, he always
Yeah.
embraced you. Like if you was hot,
Yep.
he would feed you. You feel me?
Every
Like
time.
he would never just like not give you the ball because he was a senior and you was
Yeah,
like he didn't
exactly.
care. He didn't care. He just
Yeah.
wanted to win.
And it was the same way towards me for him. If he hot, get that thing to him. I remember one game, I forget who it was against. It was home, but I mean, we was hitting so many threes back to back. We was taking turns. It was just so fun out there. I think it was against friends in a playoff game. I think, but it was just so fun out there just playing with him because we both can shoot. It was just like we were just like splash brothers out there.
Right, right, right. Now, your junior year, that's when you was by yourself, kinda. But this
Yeah,
was like when you put the state on notice that you was the best player in the state. Like that's when you
yeah,
was dropping like back to back 50-point games.
yeah,
Like it was wild. It was crazy. It
yeah.
was crazy. Talk to me about that year.
Bro,
Uh
uh, I would say that junior year, that's when I really wanted to put the world on notice to sit to for me to like I'm really that and I really can play with the best.
right.
And it was just beyond Delaware, but I really wanted to put Delaware on notice first. So that's why I was like just going so hard. Like and it was just like my workouts, my workout ethic, it was just like everything was just determined to for that season. And that season for me to blow up crazy. So boom. After that, I mean, I would say like those 50-point games, I put like the world on notice. Like, yo, he just did that back to back. And I don't think like nobody did that. I don't think nobody did that before.
I would have to look that up. I don't think I nobody ever did that before either.
Yeah,
Now,
like
Now the summer before your junior year, it was a lot of rumors going around that you was going to transfer from St. George's to Bonner or go to
yeah.
Mount. Like, talk about that. What made you stay at St. George's, and did you ever consider leaving?
I would say after my junior year, I think it was after my junior year when everybody thought I was leaving. So I was going to Bonner, but my mom had visited the school up there. She didn't like it, so she was like, "Nah, you're not going there." So I'm like, I kept that on the low, but I really was about to go there. But I played with them in like tournaments and everything, and I liked the team honestly.
And
So
that's when they
boom,
had Isaiah Wong and Reek, right? And
yep,
you knew
yep,
Big Reek growing up because you played
yeah,
with Big Reek growing up.
exactly. So I would say my fault, but going into that, I would say for not going to Bonner and my mom like basically like trying to like leave a legacy at St. George's and don't leave what you started. So basically me for my freshman year and my sophomore year, I had like 2 great seasons, but she wanted me to like make a legacy for myself. And the people at St. George's was they wanted the best for me beyond basketball. So like they were just always there for me no matter what. And my mom was just like, don't ever take that for granted. And you never
Right.
want to like leave somebody in the dust who did you like did good for you basically. And they were just always there for me, like looking out for me beyond basketball. And it's just like, how can I trade on them for that and go to another school for people I don't even know and try to make a bond with the teachers I don't know? It's just like my mom was like, nah, she don't want me doing that. I'm gonna stay home, stay at St. George's and build something that I can make a big impact on.
Now, your junior year in the playoffs, I believe y'all lost to the eventual champion St. E's, and you missed
St.
the shot.
E's
You
first
missed the
round.
shot at the buzzer. Talk about that
Yeah.
game. How
Uh I would say that game, it was like I think it was more so anxious for me that me wanted to have instead of just playing my game. I was
right.
rushing a lot of shots, wasn't playing my natural game, and it was just like it. I wouldn't say like it was meant to happen, but it was just like the way I was just playing. I just like damn, it might happen that we might lose, and they was playing a great game, but it was just like damn, how the hell did they win the championship? Like
That
they
was
went
a
through a
team.
lot of tough teams.
They went through some teams because they beat Newark. They beat y'all because everybody thought Newark was going to beat them to play y'all.
Yeah, exactly. And they beat them, knocked them off, and it's just like, yeah, they coming to us. We about to knock them off. But it's just like we wasn't even going into the game cocky or nothing. I ain't never been like cocky. I just been humble, with confidence. But it's just like, I'm gonna perform, but I was just wanting it too much. It knocked us off.
Yeah. So now, the summer of your junior year, um, you had a tragedy happen in your family. It was a fire at your house.
Yeah.
Talk about that for me. What was that like experience like, and what was the injury? Um,
Uh,
how did you get injured?
I would say going into that, it was like it was more like damn, how did that happen? So I
Right.
was in my bedroom on the phone with Tracy, my boy Hassan
Mm-hmm.
Perkins. So I'm watching March Madness and I just see like black stuff coming to my room and I'm like, yo, what's that? Like somebody barbecuing outside, da da da. Boom, like 20 seconds later, it like sparked up and I'm like, yo, what's going on? And the smell started getting like more charcoal. Like, so I'm like, nah, that's like something deeper than a barbecue. Unless something burning outside on a grill.
Right.
So boom, I go to my window. I didn't even go to my window. I went to open my door to see like what was going on. So I was gonna go outside. Boom, I opened the door. It was all these flames, like flames, big flames of fire. So I'm like, yo, what is going on? I had to hurry up and close the door so I can think. 'Cause I didn't know what to do. So I had to close the door because if you just let the door open, the flames gonna come in. So I had more time to think, so the flames can burn down the door. So I got more time to think. So I
Right.
closed the door. So I'm like in my room. I'm like, yo, this like I'm up too high. I can't like well, I'm gonna get out. And the house we lived in, it was kind of like an older house, so you
Right.
never like know when the window's gonna open, if it's gonna break, crack, no matter what. So I'm like, yo, these windows never open. Like, like I'm done. So I'm like, in my head, I'm going to the windows. It's hot. I can't touch it. It's really hot. So I'm like, yo, the things start sparking. The windows start sparking. Everything's just catching on like flames. So I'm like, yo, I don't know what to do. I dropped down to my knees. I started crying. I'm like, yo, it's over. I sat down there for like 10 seconds. I'm like, yo, I don't know what to do. Boom. God told me get up. I swear I lied to you not. He told me get up. He told me go over to the window and touch the window to the far left. That window barely opened ever.
Mm-hmm.
And it opened it like so easily. And I'm like, yo, come help me. My house on fire. My house on fire. And they like, you gotta jump. We need you. We need you. I'm like, no, I can't jump. I can't jump. Come get me. They like, no, you gotta jump. We need you. So I'm like, nah. So I closed the. I didn't close the window. I left it open, but I went back into my room because I didn't want to jump. I sat down and I just prayed like, am I gonna survive this? And then I went back to the window. I closed my eyes and I jumped head first into the bricks. And my legs, they caught me waist up, but my legs hit the concrete, the bricks, and I tore my patella tendon on my right knee, and I fell on my knee, and ever since then, I had like a different passion, a different drive just towards this life, because you never want to take anything for granted, because you just see how things can like be taken away from you from like so fast.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely a crazy time, a crazy story. So that's wild. I didn't know. Like, so you had two windows, and the one window that never opens just
I
happened to
had
open.
I had three windows, but it was one window on the right, a window in the middle, and a window on the far left. I jumped out the far left window, but the two windows the two windows on the other side, they was starting to catch on fire.
Wow, that's crazy. That's amazing, man. That's just tell you God real, man, and
Yeah,
He was looking
definitely.
out for you.
Yeah, for sure. You know, you do
Now,
right by God, you get treated right.
that's amen, amen. Now, I remember after you got that surgery, you was out for a while. Um,
Yeah,
but I seen like a different passion in your eye, because that's when you was around me a lot at that time, and I seen
yeah,
when I was working out with everybody else and you couldn't work out, you was like, yo, I seen that itch in your eye, like I can't wait
yeah,
till I get back on the court.
yeah. Seriously.
What was it like for people that that go through injury, that rehab process? Like what's it, how hard is it, and how patient do you have to be to get back on the court?
I would say you really have to be next level patient, because you don't want to rush right into it and you tear it again. So it's like you gotta know your body, and you gotta let your body tell you what's going on basically, and how it's feeling. You don't never want to rush into it. So like months go past, I'm just like seeing my boys work out. I'm like, yo, I want to get out there so bad. Boom, a couple months go past. I ain't gonna lie, I did something reckless. I went out there and I played 1-on-1. I played 1-on-1 with highs. I'm like, yo, I'm itching to get out there, but they wasn't trying to hurt me or nothing. I was just like trying to get my feel for it. But I
Right,
could move around a little bit.
right.
And then I started dunking. I was like injured, but I was dunking off my left leg and landing on my right, and it wasn't hurting. But this was after like therapy, and after the therapy I was going through. I was still doing therapy, but I was just like dunking and stuff. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I can dunk now. Boom. After that, it just like, yo, like I'm starting to like get back a little bit.
And I remember like when you started really, really healing, you I think y'all start playing Czech Rock again at Browns, and you
Yeah,
reunited with Kramer. Talk to me about
Kramer.
that Czech Rock league, that year in Czech Rock when you reunited with Kramer, and you was like back from
Uh,
your injury. You like announced to everybody you was back.
yeah, I would say for that, I played outside at first. I played
Oh my
outside in
God.
Tracy Day at first. I
Oh
played
yeah,
at
you
Tracy Day. You
did.
remember that?
You
I played at
did. You
Tracy. That was the
did.
first time I ever like came back from the injury. I played at Tracy Day, and I was just like,
Yo, wow.
I was like, yo, I'm gonna make my appearance for Tracy Day. My mom was like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling a little good. And I had my bot back out there. I'm like, yo, like I'm
Definitely
feeling
did.
good. And I'm like, yo, Czech Rock, like I know they miss me. So the next day it was Czech Rock. I played, and we was outside again. That's the day I was playing against Eshai, and
Oh, that was that day?
that was that day.
Oh
That was the
man.
next day. That was the next day.
It got dark
And
for him, man.
it was outside, and I was just like, yo, like I'm back and I'm better, like even better. Like this is just feeling crazy. Like I'm out here just torturing them.
Right.
And then I just kept playing Czech Rock. You feel me? I just been like it. It just felt good.
Yeah, so you head into your senior year. Um, talk about, I remember beginning of your senior year, y'all played Sanford.
Yeah.
Y'all should have won.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that game. But you put the state on notice that y'all not backing down from nobody. Like,
Yeah. That game. I mean, we went into that game like, yo, like they gotta know who we is. Like we not no slouches. Like you feel me? We can rock with them. Even though I didn't have like raw talent, but I had some players that they put their mind to it. We can definitely beat them. So and throughout the whole game, we up. We just like we hooping, we balling. You feel me? I'm leading the way. You feel me? Da da da. So like fourth quarter come, we still winning. Boom, I'm missing free throws for some reason, and I just felt like it's about to be a weird game going on. They
Right.
put this trap on us, and this press. I didn't have the best like I didn't have the players who can break a press down. You feel me? So
Right.
every time they would pass it, they would read their passes and they would steal it. I'm trying to come back to the ball, but it's two people denying me every time, so I can't get the ball.
Right.
So it's like, you feel me? It was like a lose-lose situation because they never been like with a press because I was able to get open. But staying with him, he did a good job with that, and he definitely like put two people on me for me to not get the ball, then deny me.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. I remember that y'all could have easily won that game, but you
Yep.
definitely put the state up because the year before that, your junior year, they beat y'all by 20 at like Sanford.
Yeah.
It was a packed game, so you redeemed yourself though with that. Even though y'all lost, it was like, yo, this ain't the same team from last year.
Yeah, facts. Definitely.
Now,
Definitely.
from me, from the outside looking in, I feel like from your junior year to your senior year, instead of scoring, you focused on making the other people around you better. Like
Yep. And
talk about that. How did you go from that transition to like
yeah,
scoring 50 every game to making
yep.
everybody around you better?
I would say I knew I was gonna need them. I knew I was gonna
Mm,
need them like later in the run. Cause I mean I could score no matter what. I can drop 50 ball, da da da. You feel me? But it was like I was gonna need them and
right,
later in the run. Like I'm gonna need them to make these shots. So I gotta get used. I gotta get them used to catching my passes and making these shots. You feel me? And it definitely like it showed because longer down the run, that's what they was doing. They was making my shots. They was like making my passes basically and make like they was going in, and I'm like, yeah. So it definitely been working, but I had to, I had to give them like a trust level, basically.
right.
You feel me? It's like
Yeah.
they, I know they can make this shot. I had to put that trust in them, like, or that belief in them, like, yo, you can make this shot, bro. Like, even though they wasn't the best talent, they definitely gave like their best effort.
And sometimes that's all you could do as a leader. Like you gave them that confidence that they could play with anybody on any given night, and
Yeah,
y'all showed it. So y'all your senior year, y'all make it all the way to the final four, and y'all play Sanford again.
Sanford again. Yeah.
Sanford again. So talk about that. What was that game at the Bob like, and how was it different from when y'all played them earlier in the season?
At the Bob, I would say we came out with the same approach. We knew we was gonna see them again because we seen the brackets. We like, yo, we can beat all these teams going down the line. We seen them again at the Bob.
Mhm.
Boom. The first play, I faked like I was coming off a screen. I threw it up, and there, one of my players, he bodied one of their players.
Yeah, that was wild.
They got the gym lit.
That
They
was
got it
wild.
lit.
That
And
was
I was just
wild.
talking trash. So in the beginning, I was flaming. I was hitting threes and highs, face, all that. And it
Right.
was just like we was having fun. But then they picked up on us. You feel me? I guess like teammates they didn't start taking their shots anymore, and I felt as though like they were taking my shots away because it was like a box defense on me. So it's like
Right.
they don't know how to make the play at the right time. It's just like it was like a lose again.
Right. Now talk about, because I feel like when you play against your friends like Mirity,
Hmm.
Haas, and C Perk, like you always play your best versus them.
Yeah.
What's going against them make you like just bring out your best? Like
I always want to like let them know I'm the best, basically. Always want
right.
to let them know I'm the best and that I'm the like leader of the pack, and I want to be the leader of the pack. Basically, we run with the Tracy Gang, da da da. But I just with them, you feel me? Like Haas, Merity, you feel me? Corey and them. I just always wanted them to know, like, you feel me? Not even on some like, you feel me? Just on some like, I
Yeah.
want to be the one with the have the biggest shoulders when it come down the line. I want them to know like they can do it because I did it first. You feel me? Because
Right.
somebody gonna have to go up there and you feel me? Somebody
Yeah.
gotta put on. Somebody gotta like make a way for his other. You feel me? Members basically. So it was like I just wanted to have the biggest shoulders and take that league and always like make them better. You feel me?
So after your your senior year, y'all lose in the final four. You play blue gold all-star game. You
Yeah.
play a little bit with We Are One because you missed the previous AAU circuit because of your injury. Talk about that.
Yep.
What made you play with AAU, and how did that help your stock rise in your college recruiting?
I would say I would say crazy because I'm like, yo, like I know I can get all these big time O's, you feel me? So I'm like, I'm gonna go
Facts.
ahead and play. Now I really did it though because I was gonna have a blow up junior year on the AAU circuit. I was
Yeah,
gonna
you
blow
was.
up that year.
You
So
was.
I'm like, yo, I gotta like they gotta see me. So boom,
Right.
the next I goes and the first game I had like 20 something or 30,
Yeah.
and I got like big notice like Kansas called, Michigan, all types of stuff, and I'm like, yeah, like they like this would have been last year basically. So I'm like, yo, and everybody, all my friends, they like, yo, that's crazy because this would have all happened last year if you didn't get injured. You feel me? So it's
Right.
like that's crazy because it's all happening now, but. I mean, I would say like that. It was definitely a blessing and definitely something for me to look forward to because it was like I really wanted to get out there and play against different other AAU teams that I didn't get to play against last year.
Didn't Coach Hurley from UConn come to your house? Like he came to your house,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He came to my house. Him and Coach Kamani on like a home visit. Definitely, they
So
was
you
definitely cool coaches though. Definitely.
so you decided to go to the VCU when it was all said and done. What was your top three schools and would you have gone? Was you thinking about going to any other schools or what was your
I would say at first like my top schools was like Iowa State. I had Kansas. I had Michigan. I had UConn. I had all these different types of schools. I was just blowing up. I had almost every school in the country, almost every single one. I was just blowing up. And after that, I was like, I'm gonna pick VCU because the loyalty and that like it was like a family, and they always was there for me, like no matter what. And they recruited me the longest, and they was around even though all these different big schools is coming around. They was just there for me. So I'm like, yeah, like, and I just like the vibe of the coaches and the team. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna definitely commit there. And I knew they was gonna look after me beyond basketball. That's one of the
vid?
biggest parts of me because I know like when it goes down and my family needs help, they there to try to help or they there to help no matter
Right.
what. So that's
So
another reason.
so you chose VCU and then I believe that summer going to VCU, that's when you
Yeah,
started blowing up like as far as not only basketball
yeah,
but music wise. Like talk
yeah.
talk about how the music came and like I
Mhm.
remember your first couple of tracks was when you got hurt and then it like
Yeah,
started like yo, I remember people started booking you off for birthday parties.
yeah,
Like whoa,
yeah.
what's going on? Yeah. Yo, it was like
Yo, I would say for that part, people definitely was booking us for birthday parties to perform at, and we turned it up actually. Like we definitely like made like a. It was like yo, they had the best time of their lives. Like, and sometimes it was packed crowd, sometimes it wasn't, but we always made it like the best, our best. You feel me? We gave them their money's worth. So after that, I mean, I definitely was getting better at rapping. You feel me? More people was liking my music. Da da da. You feel me? So I just ran with it, and also like it's a outlet for me. And
right.
I like been through a lot, like tragedy wise things, da da da.
Yeah,
You feel me? Like
yeah.
all these different stuff throughout my life, I just seen a lot. So it's like that's another outlet for me to like control my emotions or just like you feel me? Not for me spazzing out a lot. So it's just like that definitely was a big part. And just me just making music, I fell in love with it.
So how would you? Because they say rappers swear they can ball and ballers swear they can
Yeah.
rap. How do you find a
Hmm.
balance of like, yo, I'm gonna go to the studio today instead of like going to the gym, or do you like, oh, I'm not going to the studio first unless I go to the gym? Is that like,
Yeah. Nah, I mean, I would say I always get my work like first, like that always come first.
right?
Studio time, that's like on free time. So it's just like when I got time, when I'm with my friends and we got nothing to do, we're gonna call the studio man, like, yo, book a session, we in there all night. You feel me? Like, all right, bet, we in there. So it's just like we just go in there, we make wild songs, and it's like the time that I can, because I'm not a full time rapper, so I'm like, yo, I'm a like try to make all these songs in this one session. So it's like,
Right.
yeah, we definitely like getting it in there. Basically, like, we making bangers.
So what's your favorite song, or what's your like top three songs that you made so far?
I would say definitely the song Kobe that we made.
Hmm.
I would say that the new song on my tape is called Outro Life Story.
Right.
And then I would say this one song called All Alone on the tape as well.
Okay.
Definitely those three stand out to me.
Okay. Speaking of life story, I remember. I mean, on the outro, you was like you and Mirty catching a bus, and
Yeah.
I personally remember that because I remember y'all used to come to the Boys and Girls Club, and I used to pick y'all up
Yeah.
from the mall,
Yo,
and
facts.
like where did y'all get that? Like I never, and people always think I'm lying. They used to get mad at me like, yo, why you always bringing Bones and Mirty to the gym? I'm like, yo, y'all literally forced yourself to the gym. It
Yeah.
wasn't, y'all didn't even, sometimes didn't even ask. Y'all would just pull up to the gym.
Yeah,
Where
facts.
did y'all get this work ethic from? And like
Uh,
what made y'all just be like, yo, we gotta get to the gym no matter what?
like I said, like we lost a couple childhood friends, and we just wanted to like always like try to make a change for the younger youth. And me and
Right.
Mary always like we got a tight bond. We tell each other stuff that like nobody else would tell each other like us that. You feel me? So we like our biggest critic, our biggest supporter. So it's like yo, like if he's doing something wrong, I'm gonna tell him. If I'm doing something, he gonna tell me. So it's yo, like you feel me? We gotta get down. Like we feel me? We gotta grind, bro. We not there yet. So I'm like. Feel me? Quil got to answer the phone, or we got to
Right.
make our way out there. So it's like
Right.
on Fridays we would like catch the dart bus, and we would go out to the club out 40. We would get like a little change. You feel me? Like $10, and we would split it. We'd go to the mall first, and we'd try get something to eat from the mall before we go to the gym. Because sometimes at
Mm-hmm.
the gym on Fridays y'all had open gym, I guess, right?
Right.
Open gym
Yeah.
at the club.
Open
We would
gym
just play
tea
there.
night.
Yep, teen night, yeah, teen night. And then after that, we'll try to stay at High's crib. And sometimes when we couldn't stay at High's crib, we were forced to stay at High's crib. We would just
Right.
keep calling Mom Brooke. And it's like sometimes she'd get annoyed from us, but we just like Mom, like we tired of staying in the city like this. You feel me? And
Right.
she understand along the line, but it's just like we gave her personal space too, because like she's not gonna want all us there always. But we try to like make it like limited, but like we
Right.
always wanted to come out Newark because we didn't want to be in the city.
Yeah,
And
that's
she definitely took us in and definitely understood that because she knew we was losing a lot of like childhood friends, and like she just wanted us to stay safe.
right. That's y'all definitely set the tone and was like, yo, we from Wilmington, but we know it's
Yeah,
something bigger. We gotta make it out because too many people
exactly.
getting like y'all had it was a stretch where like a year stretch where like
Yep,
4 or 5 people that you grew up with passed away or got locked
exactly.
up or got locked
Yep.
up. And it was like, yo, we gotta make it out.
So
Now,
just
talk to me about how Tracy Gang started. Because before Tracy Gang, y'all was calling it Hayek. I remember that.
yeah.
So how did it develop the Hayek to Tracy game and then how did y'all start that up?
uh Kayak was just like it was how you ain't know, and it was like how you don't basically like how you don't know about us, basically like how you ain't know that we like that, basically. So it was
Right.
just like after that, how you ain't know was like more of a like friends. It wasn't just all hoopers. It was like three friends that it was in our group, like Hoagie, you know Hoagie, Dijon, da da da,
Right,
Fat
right.
Mirror, like you feel me,
Right, right.
Buck. He stopped hooping, but it was just dumb. You feel me? So it was
Right.
like, hey, we gonna run with this. But boom, after that. I remember one time, it was me, Haas, and Corey, and we was at a tournament, and I
Uh-huh.
was like, you feel me? We was all sitting together, and I was like, yo, uno, dos, tres. I just kept thinking to myself, I'm like, uno, dos, tres. And I'm like, I'm gonna add on two more letters and make it Tracy. That's gonna stand for the three.
Right.
I'm like, yo, bro, that's hot, bro. You feel me? That's hot. You feel me? They like, yo, that is hot, bro. You feel me? It was me,
Right.
Haas, and Corey in the circle. We had a handshake and everything, and then we just ran with it from there, bro. I just lied to you not, bro. Everybody was feeling it. My boy Reese Martin, he played on We Are One. He would hit a three. We would scream Tracy. He would throw the three sign others at it, and he'd say it too. It was just so lit. I'm like, yo, yeah, we got something with this.
Right.
Boom. So after that, we just like, and it wasn't like all these new people. It was people that we knew for a long time. Like we just
Right.
started adding like different people. Like we added my friend from Baltimore. His name Ace Baldwin. He definitely was like I knew him for a minute. Feel me?
Mhm.
From me just playing down in Baltimore. You feel me? And he just
Right.
always been like you feel me a good friend to me before like Tracy Gang. And he just always been like down the ride basically. And you feel me? So him, I would say Elijah Allen from Dover. I remember
Okay.
remember the tournament we went down
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
was rocking with us and he was
Yeah.
going against his downstate. I'm like, yeah, like
Facts. Facts. He
he's
was with us.
rocking. I'm like,
He was riding with us.
I'm
He
like,
was
yo, he gonna be down for sure.
right.
I'm feeling, bro.
Right. Cause
Seriously.
we was down, we was losing, and he hit like
Yeah,
three straight threes to help us come
exactly.
back. And then
Yeah, I'm
you and
like, yeah,
Mirty
he
finished them
rocking.
off. That was a fun game, yo. That was a
That
fun
was a
game.
fun game, bro. I love that game, bro. I want
Yeah.
to go back to that type of game. That shit was so fun. But I mean, Tracy Gang definitely like it's like a movement that's gonna blow up even more
Right.
in the next couple of years. We're gonna come out with we got a big plan for ourselves and things we want to do. And we the main thing is helping the youth and giving the youth something to look forward to, because there's not a lot of things to look forward to out here. It's more
Right.
so gun violence or like different things in the community, because a lot of kids, that's all they know basically is just
Right.
violence, and we just trying to give them a different image. And it's so many kids out there right now who want to be in Tracy Gang right now, but it's just like they not there yet. But I always try to stay in touch with them or even get them motivational messages to keep them going and
Right.
keep their head right.
What's the criteria? You gotta hit 5 threes in the game. That's still the rule.
Five threes in the game. That's definitely still the rule. Five threes in the game for
So
sure.
y'all the last couple years y'all added some young boys. You added Gabe not too long
Yep.
ago, and then you added
Mm-hmm.
Rob
Rob.
this
Yep.
year. So talk to me about them. What's
uh,
how did Gabe and Rob get down, and like what you think about their game? You think they're next up or
Gabe got down by him. It's just like, yo, like he a lefty and he's so like smooth for at a young age, and I love the way he compete and the heart he had and the drive. If you see his work ethic, it's like, yo, it's through the roof. And he reminds me of myself when I was like in his grade. It's like, yo, like he wanted so bad, he just want to make a change for his family. And I'm
right?
like, yo, that's exactly how I was. Like, and he gonna go somewhere with that, because you got that drive. Like nobody can tell you nothing. That builds so much confidence in yourself. It's like, yo, like, yeah, it's definitely gonna be like up for him, and he's definitely next up. And then Rob, it was just like I always wanted to put Rob down, but it's like at first Rob, he had a lot of work to do at first, but he stayed in the gym, he stayed committed. And this past like last month, 2 months, he been in that gym every single day, like
Ooh.
from like since the morning till like Mar left, he was in there just working on his game. I'm like, yo, like he definitely got like a drive for like, you feel me? He sees something in himself, and that definitely like opened my eye towards him, because it's just like, yo, like he definitely got that drive. And I'm like, yeah, we got to put him down. And he definitely like he blowing up now. He definitely next up for sure. And we put his younger brother. I've been put his younger brother down. His younger brother named Munchie.
Okay.
We've been put him down. He next level, bro. I
Yeah.
swear.
Yeah.
7th grade. Remember that name, Munchie.
Right. Okay. Okay. I remember that. Now, along with Tracy Gang, y'all even got your own dance. Like, how did the Tracy
Yeah.
Bop get started? And like
Yo.
it evolved to like a trend. Like y'all probably gave
Yep.
Dave Slow for extra million streams just off that alone. Like, yo,
Yo,
like
facts. I would say that Tracy Bop dance came from so one night we was chilling with some friends. It was me, Nye, Haj, San, and I think one more person. And it was like it was his cousin friends, and we were just chilling all night. We were just chilling, you feel me? So there we were just having fun all night. We made dinner all night, you feel me? We was just having fun. So we like turn on the music, and actually Nadir came up with the like he came up with like, he didn't come up with the dance. Haas came up with the dance, but Nigeria like made it like more funner. You feel me? But Haas, the way Haas was dancing, we like, yo, that dance funny. The way he was dancing was like, yo, bro. But we kept making him do it. And then Nadir kept putting like faces into it. He was putting face. It was like making it like fun. You feel me? So
right.
we like, yo. So we made like a line. We made like, it was just different, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like it was fun that whole night, because we were Tracy bopping the whole night.
Who
But
got
the Haas definitely made the dance though.
the best Tracy Bop?
I would say Haas or me. I mean, I'm gonna say Merity or me.
Okay. You gotta have the
Merity or me.
footwork. The key is the
The
footwork, right?
footwork gotta be there. Your footwork not there, you're done. You're done. Yeah. Yo,
Oh
it's
man.
crazy because everybody really love that dance, bro. No matter
Right.
where I go, they always wanted me to Tracy Bop, bro. It was so crazy.
Right.
I blew up off this one video too. That one video of me Tracy Bop, I blew up off that.
Now, after your senior year, you got state player of the year. Describe to
Yeah.
me what that was like. How did you feel about that?
Uh,
Because you got cheated your junior year. Your junior year, you
yep.
didn't
I
get
was
it,
just about to say that.
but your senior,
My
you got
junior
it.
year, I should have definitely got it. Like that was a no brainer. But I guess because he won a championship, he got it. But the way my stats was and how I led that team so far, I should have got it. But my senior year, I knew I was going to get it. It was like, all right, that's a piece of cake. But
Right.
it was just like me just hooping regular. It wasn't like it's a big achievement for me, but it was just like I knew I was going to get it. But my junior year, I really should have got it that year.
Okay. Now,
And I wanted to have back to back. I wanted to be like another player to get back to back player of the years.
now, your freshman year at VCU, you was
Yep.
named the onto the Atlantic 10 All Rookie Team. You
Yep.
played in all 31 games, made 9 starts.
Mhm.
You had a set of freshman record with 63 3-pointers. So I mean,
Yep.
until your season was cut short due to COVID. Talk to me about your freshman year at VCU, and what you learned and how you
Yeah.
played.
My freshman year at VCU, it was for me because it was more so I knew I could compete with anybody. Like just me just playing up my whole life and play against older competition. I knew it wasn't gonna be a big deal with me like playing or me like having like a nervous system and getting out there and playing. I know I was gonna fit in with them, but it was more so me a learning experience and a faster pace. So my first game, I went up there. I want to talk about my first practice. First practice, it was more moving like like you fit on fast, or the upperclassmen gonna get mad at you because you're not catching on. So it's just like more so a learning experience because my high school freshman year, sophomore year, it was more like they was working with me, but you don't want to slow up the seniors that's in college. You feel me? You want to move along with them. So I had to like adapt quickly. It was nice. I cried to myself. I'm like, yo, why am I not getting it so fast? You feel me? But and you know how competitive and how like things I
Yeah.
want if I want it, I'm gonna get it. You feel me? Especially like playing, I want to get on the floor and I'm best way possible to. So it's like it was more so a learning experience for me and an adapting part. You feel me? But it never was like the talent wise or anything of that because I was gonna find my way and I was gonna get comfortable no matter what.
So for anybody that watches this, what's the biggest adjustment from high school to college? Especially playing at the level you playing at.
I would say some people go to high schools where they got like coaches who but I would say kids who went to like high school like me or high schools in Delaware and going to colleges, I would say the biggest part is uh the tone of messages sometimes. The tone can be very like feel me. It can be
Mhm.
like it can hit you, it can make you mad sometimes. The tone of the coaches or it can be just you defense. They don't really care about the offense part. They care about the defense part a lot. So
Right.
it's like you having to be able to play defense to stay out on the floor or just to keep your man in front of you because you got to be able to keep your man in front of you in order to stay out there on the floor because they really don't care about the offense part.
Right.
So you
That's
got to be
good.
able to be committed. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Committed.
Right. Now, it for me from the outside looking in, I seen AJ. Well, not only big AJ, but
Hmm.
AJ and Trey Duvall. I feel like they impact in Eric Ayala as well. They impacted your game growing up, and it's like you took a little bit
Yeah.
piece of their games, and then you made your own flair to
Hmm.
it. How did they impact? And also Trey Duvall, your cousin.
Definitely.
How did they impact you growing up, and how did they?
Yeah. I would say. I always like AJ was always like a big brother to me. Feel me? Even though I get mad at him sometimes, but he always like a big brother to me. Like always gonna be there for me no matter what. But
Right.
I mean, for him, it was more so like the shooting wise and how like he shot the ball so good. I'm like, yo, he shoot the ball really good. Like I'm gonna like be able to shoot the ball good too. So it's just taking that part from him. I would say Trayvon, the way he moved the ball and the pace in his handle, it was just crazy. I took off from his game, like hand hit the way his footwork was. I watched so many of his videos, and for EA, I would say his smoothness and his craftiness. And I
Right.
put all of it together, and I just made like feel me, just
Right.
made myself with my own flair and my own
Right.
my own drive towards the game, own competitiveness. You feel me? It was just different, and I just made feel me busy basically.
Right. So I can see how they impacted your game. So it's definitely crazy to see how like, it was one after another, and then you get you.
Yeah,
It's like, yo, you the mix of all of them. You got a little bit of
real
all of them.
seriously.
So the
That's
last
crazy though
segment,
to even think about it like that.
facts. The last segment of our show is called the Coach Quil Top 10 Questions. So I'm gonna
Yep.
just ask you the top 10 questions. You can give me your answer. So what's your career high, either high school, college, or AU? What's your career
My career high for high school was 58.
high?
I think they cheated me out of 2 points. I think I had 60,
Think
but
you had 60.
yeah, it was 58 against Hodson. My junior year, nah,
Sheesh.
I think yeah, my junior year. Yep.
And all right, well, what's your favorite hoop sneaker? What's your favorite sneaker to hoop in?
I love Kobe's, bro. Kobe's
Kobe's.
really different. I
Right.
like and I fell in love with hooping in Kobe's actually this year or last year. But Coach Rod he was always kind of strict with the wearing of shoes and which shoes you wear.
Yeah,
So I'm
team
like, yo,
sneak.
but like, yeah, team sneak, da da da. You feel me? He's a draw, bro. But
Ain't nobody wear
definitely
no team
Kobe.
sneak at no Bob, bro.
Yeah, cause my sophomore year, bro, I had a Kobe and it was black and it had a little bit of purple in it, and he did not like it, bro. I'm like, yo, that's the
Oh
that's the
man.
game he sat us out of. You remember that?
Oh no,
That's the game he sat us out of.
so he benched y'all because y'all didn't wear the
He
team sneak.
benched us. Yes, bro, he benched us. So my favorite shooter is definitely Kobe's or KD's.
All right, now besides yourself, what's your favorite artist or to listen to before a game?
I would say Rod Wave or
Rod
Little
Wave.
Baby. Rod Wave, I think he really get me in that zone to think about my past or think about the things that I've been through to make me go out there and play with aggression or aggressiveness. Cause it get that like that mindset like, yo, like I really been through a whole lot. I'm about to prove to them that like I ain't nothing to play with, basically. Like, you feel me? So it's just like
Right.
Rod Wave, he definitely touched my soul, honestly.
Right. Now, Who's your favorite NBA player growing up?
Uh Honestly, bro, I really didn't have a favorite NBA player. Honestly, I
Okay.
really didn't. I watched different NBA players, but I didn't never have a favorite one. Always like Michael Jordan though. Like, as my favorite player, I always did like Mike.
Yeah, I remember I
I
played
just
you on
never had like a
2K.
current favorite NBA player,
I remember I
and I
played
had
you on
Mike.
2K. You played with Michael Jordan. Yeah, you definitely,
Yep.
definitely was a cheater. Yo, you the only person I played in 2K and they picked Michael Jordan, yo,
Yo,
like a
that's
regular
my
team.
boy.
Um, who is the most underrated player or unappreciated player that you play with? Like, whether it's AAU, high school, like who's somebody that slept on that you play with? Like, people don't
Man,
give them
that's a
enough
big
credit.
question, bro. I would say that's a great question. I would say somebody who don't get enough credit for like Delaware.
It could be anywhere.
I would say for Delaware, I would say definitely Merity. I
Mm,
feel as though he don't get a lot of credit for it or for his just ability to run the point guard show.
facts.
Honestly, like the way he runs it and how smooth he is and how he can shut a player down. Also, he don't get enough credit for that. And I
Yeah.
seen it with my own eyes because it's just like, yo, he really talented enough to make the right play, to hit the shot when he got to, or get his teammate the right like pass or to, feel me,
Right.
and then be able to lock a player down. That's next level, honestly.
Yeah.
And he gonna get his credit though. He definitely like he been grinding for sure.
Yeah. All the schools that overlooked him, they're gonna pay for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even like
They're gonna
when
pay
he
for
was like
that.
a freshman, he never gave up. He never gave up ever. And it's just like that's a player who deserve a lot more credit than for the little credit that he even gets.
Who's the best defender that ever guarded you? Like, who was somebody that was like, yo, this he could play D. Like he
Uh, I would say Mirty, bro. I say Mirty. I swear, we competed
nah,
every
yeah,
single day,
yeah.
and he caught on to a lot of my moves. So it's like, yo, I gotta come up with. He made me come up with
Better.
even more combos for him, bro. Because it was like other people, it's easy to score him, but honestly, bro, for him, it was one open, not even open gym. It was just like a workout we was in, bro. I couldn't score, bro. I wouldn't even lie, bro. I could not score, bro. He definitely like he was locking me up, but it was just like that night, I swear to you, bro, I was like, yo, I was so mad, bro. I was so mad that he locked me up, bro. I swear to God. The next day or the next workout, I went crazy, bro. I swear. I think I flamed him, bro. I swear.
Right.
That's my boy, but like I really like went crazy, bro. I
Now,
don't like getting locked up, bro. That's
what's
not even me.
what's the most somebody ever scored on you, or what's somebody that gave you work? Like,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. There's like nobody who ever like score outrageous points on me, bro. The most they probably
okay,
scored was probably 15, bro. But I always like went over their points though.
okay. Now, what's the best team that you played on at any level? Like whether at VCU or AAU or like just a
Uh,
stacked team or
yeah,
high
I would
school.
say let me think. We are one, bro. I
Who was
think it
on
was
there?
my
Who was on?
sophomore year. It was me,
Mhm,
Sharif, my boy Xander, Big
mhm,
E, he go to Villanova, my
mhm,
boy Justin Paz.
mhm.
Bro, it was so fun playing with them, bro. It was like the way we played, bro. It was like Tracy's back to back. It was so
Right.
fun, bro. We was blowing everybody out, bro. That team was so fun.
Right. Shout out to Biggie. I gotta get him on the show. That's my boy right there.
Yeah, facts.
What age was your first dunk? When did you get your first dunk?
I think it was at the. Nah, I don't think it was at the center. I think it was at. You remember we played outside and we
Mhm.
played, and I got that putback.
Oh, check right lead. You just posted
Yeah, I
it. You
think that
just
was.
posted it
Yeah,
today. That was your
yep.
first. That
I
was
think
your
that was my
first.
first dunk, bro.
Whoa, that's crazy.
I think a putback was my first dunk.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I had two putbacks that game, but they didn't
Yeah.
get it. I had a two
Oh
hand
yeah,
one.
yeah. You did. It
Yo,
was
they didn't
started
get
to
that
get
one. I
dark.
was so hot, yo. It was it was a down the lane. Yeah, it was a two hand. That shit was crazy, yo. It was getting dark though.
Them check rock days is crazy.
Yo, they was
We
lit, bro.
And I gotta get Mar on the show because I keep telling them we had the best check rock team ever.
Nah,
We
seriously.
ain't lose one game, and we won
It
a
was so
chip,
lit.
and your mom ain't let you play because they started
Yep,
shooting.
yep, facts. They
But
didn't
we
even
had,
start shooting. They was just out there acting
oh yeah, they
crazy.
did. They was acting crazy, but we had the best check rock team ever. They need a poster of us or something, something.
Yo, yeah, seriously. We need our own
What
like major trophy.
what's last question? What advice would you give to the younger generation to to get where you at now or
hmm
to as far as
I,
basketball?
I would say that the thing that a lot of like kids don't understand is it don't just happen overnight.
Mm,
It take like years, and some kids are like some kids are blessed to have like the big image at a young age, but that's so rare. Like that's so rare. You got to be able to like lock in. You got to be able to like mentally. You got to be able to like take the bad things that's going on in life and put it into basketball and make you go harder, basically is what I'm trying to say. And it's just like some kids get overwhelmed because they're not good at a young age, but it just don't happen over time like that. Like
right,
it don't happen overnight. I mean, it's gonna take some time. And you can't get frustrated with the ground. You gotta trust your process. And some people look at other people like, damn, like, well, I'm not good as him. Everybody's different, you feel me? Everybody's game not the same.
right.
But you gotta be able to like what you gonna say?
I was gonna say I remember the first time I really like coached you or met you. We was playing in the Czech Rock and the One Journey game out in
Yeah.
Northside, and I
Yep.
remember you was frustrated because that was where you was from, but you didn't really like put on that
Yeah,
game.
exactly. Yep,
And then
facts.
like you was like, yo, I can't wait till I play another game like that. And then
Yeah,
that went you finally because you always missed the Cecil Classic, and then the one
yeah,
year you got to
facts.
play, you played against EA, and
Yeah.
you was right at EA the whole game, yo, and you put
Whole
everybody on
game.
notice,
Nah,
yo.
I had to because it was like, yo, I really like I'm a all around type of player. I can play an all-star, I play a regular game, pickup. I'm just a hooper all around. You feel me? I'm gonna compete no matter what. And I don't care who's in front of me, you're gonna get this work.
Right.
But it was just like that game was that was one of my best all-star games ever, bro. That All-Star game was
Definitely.
lit. I ain't gonna lie. I flamed him, bro. That's big bro, but he got that work.
Yeah, that was a crazy game, but it put the word on notice. And like you said, you're not afraid to play anywhere. You don't play
Yeah,
outside, inside,
definitely.
outside your
Yeah.
home. What
hmm
makes you so comfortable playing anywhere? Like what makes you
I
just
just growing up, I played outside in the snow, bro. Like it's just a passion for basketball that a lot of people don't have, and the passion that I got for basketball. I played outside in the snow, bro. Just going outside, I wanted to play so bad, like nothing was open, and I just wanted to shoot. Went outside, it's freezing cold. I'm shooting, and it just every time the ball drop on the floor, it's snow on it. I'm like, yo, I don't care. Pass it back to me. I'm going to keep shooting. It was just like,
Right.
it's just a different drive for the game of basketball. A lot of people don't got, but it come over time, but some people just don't got it.
No, I feel you. Well, I appreciate you taking time out, coming on my podcast today, man.
For
Much
sure.
luck. Good luck to you this upcoming season, man. We're looking forward to you doing big things, and I'm gonna come through a couple games, man. I'm
Yes, sir. Much love, my boy. You came
make,
out
yeah, make sure I
to land
stream.
too.
Yeah, you know I gotta just show you love. But I appreciate you, my boy. I'll holla at you. All right.
Yeah, for sure. All right, broski.
All right.